All right, new mobile home buyers in 2026. This is a complete breakdown of everything you can expect to pay when buying a new mobile home. We're located in South Carolina. I apologize for the sound. I'm going straight from the hip, no edits. Let me minimize this and get started. All right, so what we have is the contract is two parts. We have ground down and then we have ground up. Okay, so ground down is your land improvement. And this is a cost summary for everything we've done in 2026. We have basically three averages. On the lower end, you can expect to pay under 10 grand. Average, you're going to be spending around 15 grand, and on the upper edge, we're going closer to 20 grand, okay? So the items that you're going to be seeing in most of your land improvement are the initial rough grade. That's where they go in there and initially move dirt to get you some sort of a pad, and then your final grade when it's time to actually go ahead and set up the pad for the house. And what are we going to use to set up the pad is going to be filled dirt. You have to bring in trucks to fill the dirt. And then we're going to have all sorts of itemized items depending on whether you already have or do not have some of these things, okay? You might not need a water line. You might not need the septic tie-in or like the septic system. You're always going to need a tie-in, but you might not need the system. You might need a brand new septic system. All these things are we're gonna affect whether you're on the lower end or the upper end. You might have raw land that has trees that need to get moved. You need tree clearing, debris removal. Okay, you might need drainage depending on the grade of your land, and we don't want your house to get swept away in the event of a flood or heavy rains. So all these variables are what go into your categories and the cost of what is going to happen to your land improvement. We have basic land prep. That's again your 8 to 10,000. Your standard package, that's your 10 to 15,000, and then your full site development, meaning you have nothing but dirt, you have nothing there, and we need to make that a complete pad ready for a house. So that's ground down. All right, and again, I have some insights here. If you send me a message below, I'll have my phone number. You can text me, and I'll email this to you. And if you want to reach out to us, we're located in South Carolina. My name is Jesus, and all that information will be below. All right, we're going to keep going here. Okay, so now you have what's called your Form 500. This is your actual contract you will sign when you come on the lot. Okay, and we'll just walk through this whole thing. In terms of the buyers, that'll be yourself. Your information will go here, and the delivery address of the house, that's where your house is going on that lot once you've done that land improvement. Okay, this is actually my favorite house to sell. I've actually X'd all this stuff out because I want this just to be about the information of what you will expect to see on your contract. So the make and model, this is 2025. Yours will probably be a 2026. How many bedrooms, the floor size. This is a 28 by 56 house. You have the installation information. That's very important. The installation information is what keeps you warm, and that also has to do with what we're going to need in terms of what the county is going to need to get you guys your house, okay? All right, so we have the base price of the unit. This unit is $103,500, okay? And then this $34,500 is now the ground up price, okay? So we already did the ground down. That's beneath the ground. The grading, the septic, the water hookups, the connection, everything beneath the ground, okay? But now we have to go above the ground. Now we're starting at the dirt and we're going up, okay? So we need footers. The house has to sit on footers. You need to move and set the house. That depends on how far the house is going, where it's coming from. It'll need an AC unit. It'll need steps and deck. You'll need at least 2 accesses, front and back door. You can have a porch. We can contract that in. You can do you can have brick, or you might have concrete board, or you might have just regular paneling or nothing underneath at all. Okay, your power, water hookup, sewer hookup, okay, and then the trim out of the house that's where you're connecting the house. You're putting all the siding, all the trim out of the house to make it look beautiful and get you the keys to your brand new house. And then at the bottom here, that is where the additional information here, that is where whatever we get from here after we go to your site visit, perform a site visit, and come up with your estimate of your land improvement. That will all go down here if you're wrapping all that into the loan. You might not want to wrap that into the loan. You might want to just pay for the house yourself. You might want to do all of this work yourself. Maybe you're a contractor. Maybe you know a guy that knows a guy. So you're welcome to do that. We encourage you to do that. But if you do want it to be wrapped into the loan, if you want us to do it, if you want us to help you get that paid for by the bank, then you would have to put that down here so you're coming out of pocket for less of the costs. So then you would have the salesperson information. That would be myself. I am a home consultant. And then you have the dealer information. All this is blanked out because obviously we want to keep our information. We don't want to put our information out there. But again, this is your entire contract information, itemized breakdown. Take a screenshot, send me a text if you want to work with me. My name is Jesus. Again, my information is below. And give me any questions, comments you might have. I know that there's a lot to cover here and a lot to think about. Sorry for scrolling so much, but again, that is a no fluff, from the hip, no edits video that's going to give us everything that you might want to know regarding your land improvement, your contract, and getting your house. I'll be posting video at least weekly to update you guys and give you guys more information. So give me questions of stuff you want to know and how I can help. Again, my name is Jesus. If you're in South Carolina and you want to work with me, you can text me below. Our goal is to get you all of your costs, all of your information, all of your questions answered so that you're not surprised at the end. Oh, which reminds me, one thing I did not talk about is when you go online and you search a house and that house says starting in the 100s, that means this number right here, starting in the 100s. We get a lot of people that they see a house online and they see that 100,000 mark. That's awesome. But then when it comes down to the bottom of this, we're looking at 138. That's 40% more. And then you have another $20,000 once you have your improvement. Let's say you need a full site development. So you went from $100,000 to $160,000. Well, here's the breakdown of exactly what that is, and that gives us exactly an idea of your total cost going in. We try to get that done up front so that whenever you go to the closing table, when you go to sign with us, when you go under contract and obligate your money, we want to make sure that you know everything that you're going to pay up front to the best of our ability, okay? We try to get that all to the left. We then send that to the bank. They do their witchcraft, their magic, and you get another number on the other side, which comes with the closing costs, the title fees, all of the administrative portion of that. But that is outside of the lot once it leaves the lot. And in terms of on the lot, when we're here, this is what you're paying for, and then it goes to the bank for underwriting, loan approval, closing costs, attorney fees, and all of the traditional costs that come with buying a house, whether it's a stick built or a manufactured house. I hope that helped. I hope that was informative, and my goal is to get you just all the information you need. Take a screenshot, text me if you want to work with me. If you want this, send me an email or a text. It'll be either pinned below in the first comment or in the description, okay? Talk soon, and let me know what else you want to know.